everyone, I'm Slave to Games, and this is my Hunt Showdown impressions and review after 24 hours of gameplay. Remember, this is just my opinion, and that if you enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to share your own opinions and what you think of the game below in the comment section, you can. If you want to join the Discord community, through the link below in the description, you can. And maybe, just maybe, if you want to take the extra step to donate or become a Patreon member to further show your support and help improve what I do through equipment and games, you can. Remember, this is completely optional. You don't have to do it. And now, let's dive right in with the explanation first. Choosing between whether this game is fun or not, I would say it most definitely can be. It can also be downright frustrating. It's a classic case of as long as you are not dead, have been killed, or are playing with a friend, as well as the first two terms, you most likely will be having fun. It is when the PvE enemies of the game overwhelm you, or when you get killed instantly through various means with players, or even all of the above, that I sometimes seriously question why I'm still playing it. Yet at the end of the day, killing players tends to obliterate all the previous hatred that has stacked up to that point. At least until you're killed again. It's a never-ending cycle you will seriously need to consider if it's actually worth playing it. Now, the controls are very simple, which can be said about the entire game concept. Collect clues, hunt 3 bosses, that in my opinion have several ways of fighting that make them way easier than they should be. And now while you're doing these two things, other players are doing the same. So this means you'll have to defend yourself against them as well as every PvE enemy who takes a whiff of your ass. Game modes vary between what I previously explained, though you get the choice to enter solo, in a duo, or a team of 3. If you play in solo, in Bounty Hunt, the main mode, you will still be stacked up against teams, potentially teams of 2. And if you check allow teams of 3, well, you get it. The other mode is Quick Play. Quick Play is completely solo. Think of it as a battle royale. You start off with random gear with the objective of gathering 4 clues against 9 other players. While gathering these clues, you still have to fight the PvE elements of the game, all the while gathering better gear. One thing to keep in mind here is it is a race to see who can get 4 clues first. There's a number in the wellspring or pool that is constantly draining from the start of the match. So the sooner a player gets it, and the longer they hold on to it, the more points they get. However, only the player with the wellspring attached to them when the countdown reaches 0 is considered the winner. If you win, you get to keep everything you have remaining on your character, who can then be retrieved to play in the main bounty hunt mode. You also keep the traits you earn in this mode as your starting traits for the character. I believe this is 1 trait per found clue. There are 68 weapons, though this number shortens if you remove variants of the same weapon. 51 of these have legendary skins which can be earned with blood bonds. A very select few require prestiging. Very select few. So really think about it if you really want a prestige. There are at least 54 basic playable hunters with 17 legendary hunters earned through blood bonds and DLC. Blood bonds are earned in-game currency that takes time to gather and can also be spent on increasing your max character limit you can have at one time. You can also purchase these with real-life money if you so choose. Through leveling and randomization for a character creation or a quick play, your character can get traits that do various things to or for your character and your weapons. There is 40 traits as of this moment. You can also obtain 22 consumables and 15 tools to aid you or damage others either through purchase or looting. There are 4 types of PvE enemies. These are the targets, or the bosses, assassin, butcher, and spider. The infected, the classic zombies. Marked, armored, hive, emulator, and the meatheads. The first 3 being the biggest pains of asses in the entire game and probably most games I've played in a while, especially when there's more than one. And finally, the packs, the hellhounds and the water devils. These can also both be a pain as well. In both quick play and bounty hunt, death results in the loss of all equipment and the character used. You do, however, gain overall experience towards your overall rank. So, now that you understand the game and what it is, what do I think after 24 hours of play? It's fun, it's frustrating, and it's super simple to learn. It's very easy to learn. At best, you're having a blast, and at worst, you wish you never picked it up, and sometimes you think about stopping, but then you're back. As with any game, it is better with a friend, possibly 2 if you want, though I believe the game shines in duo mode in my opinion. Now the game is not without fault. All of this on paper sounds really great, and it is a good game, but it is just that, a good game. Maybe even decent. It would benefit greatly from leaning and crouch control being added, as well as more maps and contracts to go after. At this point, there should be 3 maps and at least 8 bosses since its release a few years ago. But that is all I can think of in terms of faults. And obviously that's just my own personal opinion. I mean, other than the ultra graphics really not feeling like it's ultra at all, you could have 2070 Super, put the thing to the max, and it still just kinda doesn't feel like you're really playing it at ultra. And I'm not saying in a performance-wise, you get plenty of frames with automatic, guys, okay? So before you start saying that, it's not because of my frames, it could look better at ultra is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I definitely can recommend getting it for at max $25 and nothing more. I believe the game is challenging, fun, and where the game most shines is with its unforgiving PvE enemies. Hell, grab a few grunts and they are more challenging than the boss fights. Also kind of a fault here too, but still, that's the point I'm making. Hunt Showdown brings the definition of unforgiving world into new light. They fucking mean it, guys. And that's it, guys. If you at all enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and consider joining my Discord community with the link below. Maybe, just maybe, once again, also becoming a Patreon member as well to take that extra optional step to support me even further. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's something you want me to elaborate on more or explain in more detail, feel free to ask me. I just felt I needed to give an explanation of what the game was before I decided to give you just my little tidbits of information of what I thought of the game, etc. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys later.